Despite how disastrous of a season this has been, I have to learn to keep my big mouth shut until the game is over. With tonight, considering that the game was over just because the Preds were trailing at 1 point. I find your lack of faith disturbing. If you're gonna take a dig at me, at least be original and stay out of my mentions on Twitter, Darth Vader. You ever just want to get down on one knee and thank the hockey gods upstairs that Phil Forsberg is a Nashville Predator? Hey everybody, it's Jersey Guy. Hold my beer. Are you sure you want me here? Patrick, watch anybody? Is it maybe somewhere that we owe a massive debt to the hockey gods? Again and again and again. You're like a kid again, Johnny. Is happening? Is this happening? Is this happening? This isn't an ad for some dang cookie. I want a piece of that action. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. What do you have to tell me that is going to make me feel positive? And maybe the Titans won't let us down on Thursday. Let's walk it off! Okay, on with Johnny's reaction video.
Redemption take you home.
Okay, as I try to collect my thoughts here, as I'm going to go through this game best I can't dissect and recreate all 7 Preds goals, much less try to show my reaction to 13 goals overall. If you're ready, if you have the energy after this amazing, whatever this game was, everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators some way, somehow, crazily beat the New York Islanders by a final of, am I counting right, 7-6 in overtime in walk-off fashion Tuesday night inside Bridgestone Arena in a game where Phil Forsberg got 1 goal and 1 assist. Jonathan Marchessault and Brady Shea got 3 assists apiece. And Steven Stamkos got 2 goals and 2 assists. As for the game, only in this crazy NHL season where the Preds have already been eliminated from the playoffs, the New York Islanders are all but eliminated from the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. 2 of the lowest scoring teams in the league through 2 periods in this one are tied 2-2 after 1, where the Islanders were up 1-0. Preds got up 2-1. Then it was tied 2-2 after 1. And then in the second period, Islanders went up 3-2. Preds tied it. Islanders went up 4-3. Preds tied it. And then in the third period, and it was still 4-4 as we got later and later. And with the way things are, much less with this game, the Blackhawks had already lost tonight, so there's no way the Preds can fall back into the second best odds, and there's enough of a cushion in them not climbing into the 4th best odds. So I was okay with the Preds winning this game, partially for the fact that there's a certain person who watches this channel, yeah, and I know who you are, you're probably taking a peek at this, that the Preds have been living rent-free in his head all season long. Partially because of the 10-game win streak that the Preds had against the Islanders up until last season, that you know him and any other Islanders fan wanted to get the win streak going up to 10. I knew it wasn't going to get up to 10. The Preds aren't going to go on a 10-game win streak of their own after winning this game, but it's going to be balanced from now on probably, unless one of these teams finally gets good again. But when the Islanders went up 6-4 on a shorthanded goal by Mayfield to top everything off, I thought, oh, okay, the Preds are just going to keep according to plan here. And without knowing that score of another game that I'll get to that was coming up on the Preds schedule, I thought Preds will be even lucky to win the regular season finale. But with how they played in this game and how a certain team collapsed in Dallas tonight, if it wasn't for that collapse, everybody would be talking about the Islanders-Preds game for its craziness. Go look at the Dallas-Vancouver game. Canucks fans and Preds fans of both teams who are not making the playoffs this year, they should all get together and buy each other around at the bar and try to compare about whose game was even crazier in this game as my phone dings. I can't stop when I'm on a tangent here. Canucks, quick aside, they were the first team in NHL history to be down 3 goals and tie the game and win the game in their craziness. But the way the Preds didn't quit, amazingly, when they were down 6-4 and Stamkos scored again in this game where Forsberg already got his 30th goal of the season, a team that's not going to the playoffs. I'm impressed that Stamkos might indeed get to 30 goals this season. And then he almost got the hat trick, but Michael Bunting, who I have been ragging on, was able to tie the game with 40 seconds left to go in regulation. And then, because they came all the way back, a part of me was like, yeah, no, this might just be so Preds-like that the Islanders still might win this game in regulation. But something must have happened to the youth in this team. It's like, hey, the legends and the older people got us to this point. Why don't we pick it up? And in an overtime period, let me remind myself, where there was just 3 shots for the total overtime, the Islanders actually did get 1. And before the winning goal, the Islanders appeared to score. I got stuck watching this off the MSG feed because of course I did. But maybe that was a sign, because last season when the Preds won that epic game against the Islanders with 7 seconds left to go, thank you, Alexander Carrier, and we have Justin Barron to show for it. I'll get into him in another video. If they had losses, I'd be ragging on him right now and Mark Delgaizo for their defensive effort in this game. But in that epic win with 7 seconds to go, that was basically a walk-off. Now, the Islanders have not won in Nashville in their last 6 visits. That's pretty good. Hey, and if Islanders fans want to come down to Nashville and spend all their money on Broadway and spend their money only to see their team lose on Bridgestone Arena ice, that is completely fine by me. Now that the Preds got 2 points, like I said, there's the outside chance they could fall into the 4th best lottery odds. Most likely not. It would take an epic win streak for them to climb over Philly. Their schedule leaves them with 4 games left to go in the season. They have Utah for the first and only visit this season on Thursday. Then they have the late game on Saturday night in Vegas. Utah comes to Nashville on Monday before the regular season finale against Dallas. By that point, I gotta think Dallas is not gonna have anything to play for. This team probably gets at least 1 more win this season, maybe another one, and then we can see and have something positive to look forward to in the offseason and see what this team might do in free agency, because the cap is going up if you didn't already hear. But aside, the games like this is just an example of why you can't stop watching your team until the final whistle. I have this Preds themed YouTube channel, so I have to watch the games in full. Thank God, or maybe I would have tuned out. But alas, a game that we will all remember for a long time, something positive out of this season that we'll want to put way behind us once the season concludes. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching as always. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like it. You can find my social media and interact with me during every Preds game. And remind me, if need be, not to act like the game is over until it's over. Tell all your friends about redemption. And if you want to quiz an Islanders fan, the last time the Islanders won in Nashville, October 28th, 2017.